Hey everybody, it's Marty from owingsart.com. That's OWINGSART.com. And tonight I'm here to talk about these. Bam! The Lyra Rembrandt Polycolor pencils made in Germany by a company called Lyra, the Lyra brand company from Nurnberg, Germany. They've been making pencils there since about 1806, so that's a long time. Near 200 years making pencils. But recently, I think 2007, they were bought up by the Fila Group. I'm trying to find out if the Fila Group is associated with the Italian sportswear company and shoe manufacturer Fila, but I'm not sure. My detective work so far has hit some dead ends, especially on the interwebs. It's hard when you're dealing with multinational companies to quite figure out the trail of events. But anyway, since that purchase, the pencils have been been produced at a variety of places. So one of the tricks of buying these is to find out if they're still produced in Germany or if they're produced somewhere else. Now, one thing you can look for is on the back, there's like these labels about check marks. Is it produced in Italy, Germany, France, China, or Mexico? If you click on, or if you look here, look closely, it's checked. The check box is checked there, Germany. So I think you're safe if it's checked there. Perhaps France, I don't know. But usually you can expect high quality stuff to come out of those countries. Maybe a little lesser quality to come out of maybe China or Mexico. Anyway, the whole reason I'm reviewing these pencils is I got a little note on my notebooks video, my sketchbook video, from a YouTuber named Max Quintas. And Max said, hey, have you ever used the Lyra Rembrandt Polycolor pencils? And I hadn't, and I thought this would be a great opportunity to go ahead and review them. So I ordered up this 12 pencil set. You get these colors in there. It's a pretty good variety. But again, it's just a 12 pencil set. And they were medium expensive, so I didn't want to spend a ton of money. Anyway, I got these, and I put them to the test, like I always do with every pencil I review. And by the way, if you haven't checked them out, I've got reviews on the Faber-Castell brand of pencils, Prismacolor, just basically a bunch of different pencil reviews up on my YouTube site. So if you want to check those out, if you're interested in a different type of pencil or different type of paper, that's great. One thing I like right away about these tins is this particular tin is hinged. So that's kind of nice to have a hinged tin, so you don't, you're not going to lose the lid or what have you. So it costs a little extra to hinge the tin, but not much. And so I'm glad when they do that. And then inside of the tin, so that you won't forget, are the colors that come in this set. And there they are. Now, these pencils, I couldn't find a lot of specifications on them, but they look, from my measurements, like they're about a 3.9 millimeter, 3.8 millimeter lead. So that's pretty good, actually. Yeah, that's excellent. And then you've got this nice cedar casing here, and you've got the color right on the end of the pencil. So if they're sitting in a group of other pencils, you can pick out the color right away. And then the color is labeled as well on the pencil. This one happens to be Lemon. And then there's a skew over here in the barcode. But Lyra Rembrandt Polycolor, produced in Germany and by the plant right in Nurnberg. And I did like a Google map search and got a street view. It doesn't really look like a pencil plant to me, but it looks like kind of an office building. So maybe it's attached to factory work or some, pencil works or whatever. But so anyway, Fila Group, I couldn't really find out, but I am going to do some more investigation this week, and I'll try to post an update if I get a chance. Now, Fila Group also owns Dixon, which used to be an American pencil manufacturer, and they bought that pencil manufacturer up some time ago. So anyway, I found some of this stuff out on penciltalk.org, so penciltalk.org, and I'll post a little link right down here. Yeah, so most of their production has been moved to China on the Dixon side, but I think these are, like it says right back here, still produced in some of these countries, which is good. And by the way, thanks to Max for sending me the question. And so I put these babies to the test, and I'll show you a little bit of that now. And then I'll get into some detail. Here's kind of what I did. I laid out each of the colors across the top here. And the white is kind of hard to see. It's a good white, though. And then I drew some spheres and some other objects and just tested out basically the range of the colors and the richness and just erasability, things like that. So let's take a look at that now. Okay, first I'll start out here by sketching a little sphere in orange actually, and that worked quite well, and the color went down well, so I decided to do something a little bit more ambitious and decided to take on this little pinup drawing. So here I just start with a basic outline, and then using a regular graphite pencil, and then I just had a limited selection in the 12 pencil Lyra set, this Polycolor set, so I actually ended up having to use brown for the skin tone, and then blend it, and then go back in. And as you can see, the coverage is pretty good, but then and actually worked out kind of nice because it just went back in with the eraser to add the highlights, and just added a little bit of shading, a little bit more blending. I'm using a small eraser, and that's working out great there. So the color went on quite nice, and the blending was great, and the erasability was there. So all the things you look for in a good quality pencil, and the drawing itself came out pretty good, I thought. So all in all, good quality pencil, and I enjoyed using it. Okay, I forgot to mention earlier that basically Lyra also produced Vitacolor. These are some different kinds of pencils in their lines of pencils. The Osiris brand, the Lorado, these Rembrandts, Floorliner, Color Giants, Furbies. These are different types of pencils I found on their website that they produce. So I hold that up. Don't hesitate to go check out their website. But I think I got these for around $20 or something, pretty close to $20. Maybe there was some shipping in there as well. So they're not super cheap, but you get 12 pencils. That's a little less than $2 a pencil. So not too bad. And for their performance, really good. I like the way they laid down the color, as I mentioned, and they seemed to perform really well. Erasability was there. I believe they're a wax-based pencil. At least they feel like they're a wax-based pencil. I couldn't find much information on whether or not they were oil or wax-based, and it doesn't say on the back of the packaging. But I think they are wax-based. And, you know, for wax-based pencils, they work pretty good, and they're a little bit of blooming in some of the work, but not too bad. Again, really minimal on that. So thanks again to Max Quintas for leaving me the question and giving me a chance to review these pencils. I've been meaning to buy them, and I'm glad I did. They work great, and I will use them again. And another thing I wanted to mention is I just looked the other day, and I hadn't noticed in quite some time, but I'm up to like 640 or so subscribers. So thanks a lot, everybody. When I started doing this, I had no idea that people would be that interested in my thoughts on pencils and paper and different art supplies, but apparently there's interest, so I really appreciate it, and thanks for subscribing and dropping a little love on the site and a thumbs up once in a while, and don't forget to send me your questions. That's how I learn. From the questions you ask, I'll go out and do the research and post a review or take a look at a different product or technique. So yeah, don't hesitate to leave a question. So thanks a lot for checking this video out, and that's it. That's all I have for tonight. So I hope you get some time to draw today. So long, everybody.